At WordsRWeapons, we understand how important the quality of your content is to your business. That is why not only do we make sure your content is only created by professionals, we also put it through processes proven to maximize both rankings on Google as well as engagement with your audience. Our quality guarantee, written by native speaking professionals, edited by professional editors, optimized for your chosen keyword, made into an engaging, narrated video, delivered complete with recommendations for publication, WordsRWeapons is the best because we are not a content mill. This is a web page, and we're a content company selling SEO optimized content. So of course, we want to say we are the best. But the reality is that you are going to need a bit more than some testimonials and a good price to put your trust in our service. That's because hiring writers is a bit of a crapshoot. Freelancers can be great at selling their services, but sometimes their promises fall short of reality. Besides, if they have a bad day while you are on a deadline, you will have to find someone else. Not to mention, there is only so much work a single freelancer can do each day. But on the other hand, most writing services you find online are little more than content mills. If you don't know what a content mill is, you're about to find out. For those of you that already know, we're about to explain how you can avoid them in the future. Content mills are essentially places in non-US countries which employ lots of writers who churn out massive amounts of cheap content. If you've ever seen a boring, superficial article riddled with bad grammar and spelling, you've seen what content mills offer. Cheap, low-quality content that nobody wants to read. The articles content mills produce aren't made for humans to read. They exist for Google's algorithm to read, and there was a time when this was all you needed to make it to page 1 on a Google search. However, those days are long gone. Google has gotten better at matching someone using their search with the sort of article or video they are looking for. And unsurprisingly, most people aren't interested in a short, superficial, keyword-stuffed article that reads like it was written by an 8-year-old. Since Google is in the business of making sure when people search for something, they find it, today the type of content that ranks the best is the sort of content people spend time reading. And unfortunately, content mills are not great at making content for actual people that spend money on the types of products or services your website sells. But we do. WordsRWeapons has a proven track record of supplying customized, high-quality content that is friendly to humans and to Google. We work with clients big and small, and we are excited to work with you. What makes WordsRWeapons SEO optimized content packages so effective? At WordsRWeapons, we like to do things differently. Creating engaging content is largely about being creative, taking time with a topic, and having experienced professionals who are talented enough to think outside the box. Freelancers don't have this flexibility on their own. You need to have editors to check for quality control, designers to blend visuals, and of course an eye for marketing that will let you blend the creative with what your clients want to know before they spend money with you. And of course, content mills are all about putting out lots of content as cheap as possible. You just don't get the best and brightest working in these places. Harsh, but true. As a company, we invest heavily into maintaining an environment that maximizes creativity without sacrificing professional standards in regards to our deadlines, the quality of our work, or our willingness to ask questions. Communication is critical in this day of fast-paced online businesses. Social media allows for crises to be created in seconds, and so creative environments need to be able to quickly collaborate in order to solve the problem. Solving the problem is what it's all about, and that's exactly what makes our content packages so effective. The problem most businesses face when hiring content creators is that they have no idea how to publish their content effectively. The truth is that most of the folks looking for web writers to create content for their website just know that they need content, but they don't really understand why. As a content company, we here at WordsRWeapons pay more attention to why something works than how. While understanding how a process like SEO works can be incredibly important for fixing and maintaining it so that it keeps working, there's little reason to start a process if you don't know why you should. And if you want more traffic, you need to start adding more video content. It's simply the easiest way to maximize your results. A quick search engine online reveals why SEO experts everywhere agree video is a powerful way to drive more traffic to your website. This isn't controversial. Heck, it's been common knowledge that video is an incredibly powerful marketing tool since people started buying TVs. Which is why a casual Google search reveals tons of resources explaining how to use video to drive more traffic to your site. The stats behind the difference between posting content with and without video leave no doubts about the effect of having a video posted with your content. But the question remains, why does video act as a turbo boost that article content alone simply cannot provide? And the answer to that begins by understanding how Google makes money. Google does not make money providing services. Given how many free tools and services Google does provide, you would be forgiven for believing that owners of G Suite, Google Drive, Gmail, Stadia Gaming, Google Fi cell phone numbers makes most of their money by providing these services. But they don't. Not really. The truth is that Google doesn't make any money by providing these services because most of these services are free. So as a company, their goal isn't to provide the best versions of these services that they can find. No, their goal is to be a marketplace where business is conducted. The users of these services aren't their customers. The users of the services are the product. Just like a mall, Google provides services to gather customers for other businesses to compete for. The services are the bait, and their platform is the mall where businesses pay money to compete for customers Google has gathered together. This is important because it frames how Google is going to examine success, which ties directly into why you need more video content. For Google, when people use their services, success is user satisfaction with the results from the search data provided. That is why they began in search and then expanded out to other arenas. When people use Google to find what they are looking for, they use it again and again. And since it's free for them to use, there's nothing stopping them from relying on the results that Google gets them. Even when there are alternatives like Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo, etc., at the end of the day, Google really cares about providing accurate results for as many people as possible, because the more people using their platform, the more businesses like yours will want to get in front of those users. Which is why every Google service is designed to get people to use it as much as possible. The more people coming back, the more business owners will want to advertise to the people on the platform. That is why they launched Google Drive and YouTube and an analytics tool, because this creates more specific ways people will use their platform so that businesses can spend money interacting with them. If Google is a mall, their services are their location, the quality of the food court and store space, the parking lot, and the lounge areas where parents can let their children play safely. Because the customer is the one paying rent for access to all those people coming to visit the mall itself. The customer is you, the business owner, but to serve the business owner, they have to have as many potential customers as possible. Which is to say, Google makes more money when people are happy with what they find. After all, they can't attract businesses without having lots of clients for them to compete for. And they want more clients than any one business can take on, because that drives up the price as businesses compete within the Google marketplace. The more people that are happy with Google's results, the more businesses like yours will keep fighting for that huge list of targeted leads in the form of pay-per-click ads, etc. And the more people become unhappy with the results they get from a Google or a YouTube search, the more often they are to look on alternatives like Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo, etc. And if that seems complicated, here's the simplified version for you. More users for Google services equals more competition for leads, equals higher profits from their customers' business owners, equals less competition possible because they have more supply of customers. Likewise, fewer users for Google services equals less competition for leads, equals lower profits from their customers, which equals more competition possible because they have less supply. Google wins the more often they can reliably keep their users happy, because that's the easiest way to eliminate competition and raise their prices. Yeah, that's great for Google and all, but what does this have to do with you needing more video? Absolutely everything, as you're about to find out. Your business wins when you help Google provide high-quality results. It should come as a surprise to absolutely no one that it's a good idea to get on Google's good side. Besides the fact that a Google slap can all but kill organic traffic to your site, as Zig Ziglar put it, you can have everything in life you want if you will just help other people get what they want. And what Google wants is pretty simple. They want more people using their platform. And one piece of their platform in particular deals specifically with video: YouTube. This is a rather well-known technique called Google stacking. Essentially, you get more of a bump from Google when you use their domains. But there is another reason this works as well. Google only has one way for measuring how happy a user is with their results. And that is how the user behaves or interacts with that page. Where they click, how long they stay on, where they scroll, and every other little interaction between their device and the content on their screen. That's why it's so difficult to break down Google's algorithm. It's because this pattern it measures over time just gets better at making more precise predictions based on an individual's preferences in the past and their potential preference in the future. The trick isn't predicting this for a person, but rather in understanding which of the patterns that matter most to sell your product or service. You need to know which patterns are going to have the most appeal for the most amount of people that you serve. Or to put it another way, Google today cares a lot more about how people interact with your content than the words you use. Sure, having the right words is important, but if people aren't engaging with your content, Google will notice in the way that they behave differently from people who are happy with their search results. Such as sharing that content with their local network or spending more time on a page watching a video. This is why backlinks are so important. It's a sign to Google that your content is being shared and referenced online. It's a sign that someone, somewhere, has found it useful to link to your content. And that right there is the whole bag of marbles. Google rewards you when people spend time watching and sharing links to your content. So without even having to go into why video is easier to measure as a form of engagement, the fact is that the more reasons you give visitors to spend time with your links, the more engagement a single page has. That is why pages with content and videos are 157% more effective at driving traffic. Just having a video gives you more backlinks, something easy to share, that gives you another Google URL to stack as a part of your SEO strategy. Ready for some good news? WordsRWeapons content packages all include ready-to-publish videos as well as social media posts, emails, and other SEO elements. When you get right down to it, SEO is pretty simple. You need to know what keywords you want to show up for. You need written content for Google and people to read. You need to have links to that content on YouTube and social media. You need to let people know you have content for them to read, so Google will see that people visit your site for that type of content. You need to publish consistently so that Google sees your site is useful and reliable to send people to. That is why all of our content packages come with everything you need to start ranking. Just tell us what keywords you want us to create content for, and we'll get it all ready for you. We'll optimize your content for your chosen keyword or keyword phrase. We'll compare it to other pieces of content that are already ranking. We'll supply you with a video to post on YouTube. We'll supply you with social media posts to announce your article and video publication. We'll supply you with an email copy to let your lists know about your published content, and YouTube descriptions so that you can easily publish your article and video in a Google-friendly way. We'll supply you with a list of related tags and keywords and instructions on where to list those. We supply you content each month so you can maintain a consistent posting schedule that matches your budget. We do all of this because your business wins when you help Google provide high-quality results. And when Google has high-quality results, you have high-quality results. So make sure you get this part right. In most cases, something is better than nothing, but interesting content will always get you the best results. If it's good, it must be expensive, right? Not everything that is good is expensive, honestly. And since every business is different, expensive is a different number for everyone. Your business might only have a few $100s a month for advertising, or your advertising budget could be 5 figures or more. Since budgets aren't one size fits all, neither are our content ranker packages. Of course, more content is going to require a bigger budget, but that means you'll get faster results as well. Smaller budgets might grow slower, but content is an investment. Every day that your content sits online, as more content gets added to your site, more and more visitors will start to visit. The more content you have, the better your results with Google will be. Even if today you only get 1 new client per month per article and video you publish, that's still 12 new clients a year. But most importantly, that's 12 new clients a year, every year, from that single article. The more articles you publish, the more visitors each month you'll be adding as your ranking with Google begins to climb towards page 1. Take a look at the packages below and choose a publication schedule that's right for your budget. Of course, if you have any questions, just schedule a free consultation where we can help you customize your ideal package to fit with your budget. So here we are at that part of the message. You can forget about your growth, success, and funneling new clients to your site from Google search results and maybe go watch some cat videos by turning left. Or you can invest in your website's organic ability to draw in new customers. Give Google and your customers more reasons to spend time on your website. Beat out your competitors by publishing useful, professional content that ranks. Save money and time letting us create articles and videos for you. Begin to engage your opt-ins by putting them in front of your content. Begin to engage your social media profiles by giving them reasons to visit your site. Let us do the hard work of following best practices by creating content on a schedule Google will reward you for. Plus, get access to a ton of additional content services at rates that scale with your business. By turning right and grabbing your content ranker package so you can start investing in your site traffic today so that it will continue to drive profits well into the future. Choose your package below to get started today.